Hi, welcome to the full stack development with Angular 8 and SpringBoot. In the previous video, we have displayed the list of books in the HTML table. We have added the code in the root component. In this video, we are going to create a new component, book list component, and we are going to move all the code to the book list component. And also, we are going to create one more column in the HTML table for displaying the book images. So let's begin. Let's go to the Visual Studio Code and I'll switch it to the another terminal. I'm going to create a component using the Angular CLI. Let's execute a command ng g for generate, c for component, and I'm going to keep all the components in a dedicated folder. I'm going to call the folder name as components / and the component name book minus list. I don't want the spec files to be generated for this component, so I'll set the spec to be false, -- spec, I'll set this to false. Hit enter. This is going to create a component and it is also update the root module, which is app.module.ts. As you can see, it creates a view template and a TS file and the CSS file. It also creates a dedicated folder which is components. So if we take a look at the project structure, we have the components folder, and inside the components folder we have a dedicated folder for the book list component. So let's go to the book list component.ts. So what I'll do is I'll go to the app.component.ts. So we have this array of books. So we have created in the previous video. Let's cut this. Let's move it to the book list component.ts. Just paste the code. Let's save this. Let's go to the app.component.html. Let's cut the table. Let's go to the book list component.html. Let's get rid of this default text and paste the code. Let's format the document. Let's save this and save all the files. So now if we take a look at the browser, nothing we are getting as we are expected. We should include the selector inside the app.component.html. So we have created a new component which is book list component, and we have the selector app-book-list. We have to add this selector inside the app.component.html. So let's create a div element. Inside this, let's add the selector. Let's move this h1 tag to the div element. Let's format the document and save this. So if we take a look at the browser, we should expect the HTML table that displaying the list of books. Nothing we have done here. We have just created a new component. We have moved all the code to the new component. So now let's go back to the browser. What I want to do is I want to create one more column for displaying the images. We are not going to display the actual images right now. We are going to display the blank images. In the upcoming videos, we are going to display the book images, the actual images. So let's go to the Visual Studio Code. Let's go to the book list component.html. Let's create a th element for displaying the images. let's create a TD element, and inside the TD element let's create an image element. So inside the source attribute, I'm going to take a help of one of the website, which is placehold.it. So it's a website. If you specify the height and width of the image, it is going to create a blank image. So let's specify the width. I'm going to specify 250 x and the height, which is 300. So you just have to specify the height and width. That will create the blank image for you. So let's get rid of this alt, save this. So now if you take a look at the browser, you can see it created a blank images with a width of 250 and a height of 300. So it's a great website. You can use it for your development. It just create a blank images if you specify the height and width. So as of now, these images are a bit bigger. Let's resize these images. So let's go back to the Visual Studio Code. Let's specify the height attribute. I'll set the height to 50. Let's save this. So if you take a look at the browser, so now these images looks better. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.